Hello and welcome to College Got Me Like, a New Heights Magazine original podcast with
Jacob,
Geneve,
and Jules.
For the next 30 minutes, we'll be talking about something about the college experience that's currently on our minds. You can contact us with any suggestions, comments, or questions and stream new episodes every Monday at newheightsmagazine.com/college. We'd love to hear from you. On today's episode, we'll be talking about different ways you can eat healthy in college, and trust me, it's possible. We have in studio with us today E-Beth Leach, and she'll be sharing with us some of her experiences thus far in college. Happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, here we go, another episode of College Got Me Like. How are we doing this week, everybody? It's been a little bit since we've recorded.
Doing so good.
Okay, they can't see you guys nod.
I know. Well, yeah, it's like pretty good. It's really cold outside. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
It is. We're starting to get towards the winter season, but all right. Enough about like us though. Nobody really cares about us anymore. They want to hear about our guest today. All right, so I'm gonna do my best to hype you up here.
Hello.
Yes, drum roll, but not
Okay.
really.
Okay. So I have right next to me E-Beth Leach. She is
hello.
super kind of iconic, and I would say I know her most for her work on the BU Food Engineers account, which. So totally correct me, jump in if I'm wrong. I'm going to do my best to summarize here.
Go for it. I believe in you.
Okay. So like last year it just started, you and Sophie, correct? You just kind of put this page together. I remember seeing it right when you guys started and I was like, this is like such a good idea. They've hit the nail on the head right here. Like this is going to be perfect. And it really like took off from there. You guys were really good at everything that I like know about social media. You guys were consistent. You guys were interactive.
Oh my God,
You were.
thank
It
you.
was like it was so perfect and it grew so nicely. But now you're an actual official club.
Yes.
Correct?
Just got the email last week that we are an official
Nice.
Yes.
So you have some expertise now about how to work around the limitations of dining hall food.
Yes, exactly.
So not that we're gonna like ask you
process.
for every single recipe that you have, but more of just to have like a general like open discussion on how after the first few weeks of school you're sick and tired of eating the same thing over and over, but like how you can spice that up, because I think when we're at home and not here, we're used to having different things every night and trying different kinds of things and more home style like baked things, but the dining hall gets fairly repetitive because that's where you go to eat all the time. It almost feels like, you know, when you eat out at a restaurant too many times, like in a short amount of time, you're kind of just like sick of it. That's what the dining hall is. So like okay, this is my first question. How did this idea come about?
The food engineers?
Yes.
Okay, so Buffy came about one fall day. We were just thinking, we were out to eat, of course, and we were thinking of ways to change what we were eating. And I was just like, Sophie, like, we should just create an account in the dining hall where, like, we tell people how to change, like, what they're eating. And, like, because we're both very quirky people, we totally think outside the box, which I totally promote. That's what, like, the club is centered around, is creative thinking. And it just went from there. It was, like, purely just for fun at first. I wasn't even the first follower on the account. Like, it was my friend. And so we had one follower for about, like, 3 weeks. And then we started, like, telling people about it and stuff like that. But it was purely just for fun. And we were just like, we need to get rid of that stigma that the dining hall has.
It's just like that food that you only eat just because it's what's available.
Exactly. A lot of people don't like it because, it makes them feel like fat. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, there's, like, some oil that's, like, preserved.
Yeah.
It's like gross stuff like that.
It's made for, like, mass distribution. It's not a one-pot thing. It's,
But I feel like it's all like mental. Like, if you just think that, like, something can go with something, like something really weird, like French fries and pasta, like, put it in there. Like, there's something weird like that, and, like, you will be surprised at the result.
Do you plan on certain things? Like, do you go to the dining hall and say, like, okay, we're going to do one today? Or are you just at the dining hall already and you're like, oh, like, let's just, like, throw this together? And, like, I'm curious, how many times do you not end up posting something?
Ooh, that's a great question. We have a lot in our archives, actually.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, both on purpose and kind of just on accident, I guess. But, so last semester, Sophie and I would literally we had similar schedules, so we would literally meet up at Bay 6. Obviously, that's the best dining hall in the we would meet there and, like, just designate, like, 2 hours just to, like, do whatever. And so we would, like, I remember it was, like, on Tuesdays. We would scope all of the stations and just be like, okay, I found this. This would go, and then we'd like brainstorm. We'd be like, this would go amazing with this, but we have to put this sauce with this, blah 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 blah.
Oh, that's so much.
It was like a ton of brain power.
I love that.
Yeah, and it was really fun. So we'd be like, okay, you go get this. I'll stay at the table. So we like don't lose our stuff, blah blah blah. And then we'd like make it, take pictures, stuff like that. But we have like this printed schedule for national food holidays. So like National Coffee Day, National. What did we do? We did
like grilled
lobster,
cheese day.
Yeah, we did lobster night. We did grilled cheese day. We did. Oh, huge hit was the National Waffle Day last year.
That was my favorite.
I'm glad it was so good. So like we do schedule those in advance, and I think there's probably about like 4 to 8 that we haven't actually posted just because we didn't like the way it's photographed, or like we're waiting for like a better time. Like sometimes some things are seasonal. Like we just posted a like the apple with caramel popcorn dip thing. That's obviously like very fall, so we posted it now. And then for winter we have a surprise coming up.
I'm so excited.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
November, just know November 15th is an important day.
All right.
Mark
in my calendar. So, do you find that like if you set aside that time, do you still set aside time to go to the dining hall and like work these sort of things out, or is it different now because you're a club?
It's totally different now. So we have well, obviously Sophie's gone. So I'm not. She's abroad. So I'm not. She's gone. No longer here. She's living up in London. And so it's more like if I meet with the cutting board, which is like the e-board, but for
I like that. Yeah.
right. Yeah. If I meet with the cutting board, we come up with things, and then I'll tell people like on your own time, because it's hard for like 8 people to meet up all at once. Like you have to make this by the end of the week. Send it to our head of social media, Gabby Rowland. You probably know her. Maybe.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's in comm. But so and then like send it to her, and then she'll post it and stuff like that. But for the like, do you want me to explain what like we're gonna try to do as a club?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Like the
I'm
cutting
intrigued,
board.
yeah.
Which is hearing more
So
about it.
we have our first journal meeting a week from this Tuesday, so October 30th. Be there, 7 p.m. in the Rise place, like the under Bay State, you know.
Yeah.
So that's where it's gonna be, and we're gonna explain that we're gonna have like a bunch of people write down what they want to make or what they love to eat and stuff, and then we're gonna like put in a pot, and then we're gonna draw 3 every week, and then make those every week. But our secretary, what she's gonna do is she's gonna email out like the list of what we're gonna make that week, and we're gonna be like, hey, come to this dining hall at this time, we're gonna make this concoction. And then if like anyone's available, we'll like meet up with a member of cutting board and just like make it there, and
So
then
that's
post
how
it.
you're gonna hopefully bring some more people on.
And then if like people in the dining hall, which Sophie and I got a lot last year, is like, what the heck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
then that's how like we'll probably spread our words, just like.
Because I
doing
saw
weird things
also
with
you
it.
did a lot of like student features. Like my friend Sean did
Sean
the,
Rob,
he's lactose intolerant, so he
Yeah.
did the chocolate,
She did the chocolate
banana,
bananas, yeah.
and then Marina, who lives on my floor this year,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
had the hummus bowl inspired from where she was from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
She was in my Arabic class.
How do you go? Were they your friends that you were just like, hey, like it seems like you have a cool background? Like,
I
wanna
knew-
hear.
I was close with everyone that we featured so far.
Okay.
And we try to not target, that sounds so bad, but like get people that are part of a student organization at school, so we can like feature
Oh,
that
yeah.
organization.
Yeah.
So we've done running club, we did the Freep because Sean. We've done the oh my gosh, it's an a cappella group and like an
The
acting
Trebs.
group, something like that. I forgot, but
Stones, one of the
Maeve Hawk did that one. She did like a Sunday because she worked in an ice cream shop like back home, so she made one of those. But yeah, we try to do feature Fridays
That's really cool.
a lot. So like if anyone out there wants to be featured on
That's
this
super
thing,
cool.
Yeah.
You have such a good like concept of how to get to your goal by including as many people as possible, but not complicating things.
Yeah.
Like it seems like it runs fairly smoothly, or at least that's like what I'm understanding right now, is that it seems pretty natural, and that's what you can tell like when you see what you post and everything. Like it doesn't feel like you guys go out of your way too much, because
It's very simple, and like I think the one
Exactly.
thing that drew me into like with the account when I first saw it, because I'm like, a lot of people have like food accounts, like obviously yours is very unique, but like what I liked about it was that it was easy it was fun to read the captions, but there was like steps laid out, there were emojis, I could just swipe and see, and I was like, this is great. Like, this is so
and it's super
simple
easy
and
to
clean.
make. Yeah. Because, like, people love food, so it's like, why not just unite around it? That's what I love about BU. Like, I went to a very small high school, and I purposely went to a very big college just because I wanted to, like, branch out and all that stuff. So, so that's what I love about BU is because, like, there's a lot of people, and, like, we all know each other somehow, maybe through, like, 3 people or something, but I wanted to unite everyone that loves food through this account, through this club. So just because it's fun, and just, like, honestly, that's where you meet a lot of cool people is the dining hall.
Yeah.
Just because, like, you can, like, sit with random people or, like, I don't know, it's just, like, a time for relaxation, like, not, like, be stressed out, I guess. Yeah. I love the dining hall. It's, like, my second home.
Okay, perfect. Well, with that, we're going to take a very, very fast break. After this, we're going to dive into sort of balancing a diet in college, now that we really know who you are and, like, why this is so important to you. So thank you so much for that. Yeah. Stay with us, just 30 seconds. We'll be right back with College Got Me Like. Shout out to New Heights Magazine for creating our show today. The magazine is a brand new publication dedicated towards empowering the youth and leaders of tomorrow today. With their first publication coming this fall, you need to head to newheightsmagazine.com to subscribe to the email list. No excessive messages or offers or promotions, just all their best physical and digital content created by hand-selected, innovative, and inspiring creators. Again, head to newheightsmagazine.com to join the movement now. We'll see you there. Welcome back to College Got Me Like. Today we are talking with E-Beth Leach. She is co-founder of Buffy.
Yes, that's our fun little nickname. I love
like
nicknames.
CEO.
Yes,
CEO of
Buffy.
Of Buffy on Boston University's campus, and it's made quite the splash. And so we're going to talk with her now about how people can just generally, like, spice up their diet. Like, what inspires you? Like, at what point how do you, like, find the balance of nutrition? How can you sort of, like, bring those combinations together? Like, what exactly inspires those things that you create? I know you mentioned right before our break that sometimes it's seasonal, because the dining hall kind of follows that sort of plan. But, like, what if you're, like, really craving something sweet? Or, like, what if you're really craving something, like, salty? Like, and at what point is it just, like, too much, or does it ever get to that point? Or, like,
Interesting. Okay, so I love the motto of treating yourself. Like, just treat yourself, right?
Yes.
So that can come in, like, sweet form or salty form or liquid form, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I definitely think treating yourself comes after hard work. So,
yes.
In terms of the dining hall and working hard, you should definitely have, like, a healthy breakfast. You know, like, get the fiber, get the protein, all that. And then at night, I say treat yourself with, like, a fun waffle concoction. Like, with, let's see.
I know you guys put M&Ms in waffles,
We've done
right?
M&Ms, we've done cheese and waffles.
Whoa.
We did Oreo crumbs in one with
that's
cream cheese and peanut butter.
Has like the dining hall people ever been like, what are you doing?
We've actually gotten not shade, but kind of just, like, be careful with the waffle maker from the dining hall multiple times, just because we use it so much. But balancing, it's hard because the dining hall is limited. But again, like, you can, like, mix and match stuff as long as it's, like, not, I don't know how to say, like,
it's not
like chocolate every meal, like, you know, stuff like
that. I get it. It's hard because not everyone has the same, like, sort of, like, taste and everything. And at least I think our dining hall is probably one of, like, the very best.
I love our dining
hall. I mean, it sucks because we don't know anything different than like what we have.
I am friends with a lot of people that are, like, that go to school also in Boston, but at other places, and, like, I always think that their dining is, like, so awesome, but then they come here and they actually say, like, no, like, you need to understand that, like, your dining is actually really good.
There's a lot of options.
It's advertised on, like, the little napkin holders that, you know, we get, like, fresh produce from family farms, you know.
Yeah.
I just love that. I love, like, supporting local produce.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you're putting something together, do you think of, like, fruits? We need a fruit. We need a vegetable. Or do you think of, like, we've done a lot of sweets lately. Do I need to, like,
Absolutely.
or is it really just, like, what's natural?
Absolutely. My mom has actually commented many times, and she said that you guys make too many sweet concoctions that you need to. I know, I was like, there's no such thing, Mom. But yeah, we tend to do a lot of sweets, but honestly, a lot like we kind of just make what what feedback we get. Like people are like, you need to make something for vegans or whatever. So we try to make something that can accommodate them.
You're literally a vegan.
Oh, yeah, I know, sounds so bad. But no, I went vegan for 36 hours. I like
36 hours?
I kind of get
tough,
it. Yeah, it's so hard. Yeah, I wrote my college essay about it. But
you did?
It was so bad. But anyways,
well, it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, I got here. But I don't know. Like, we truly try to shake it up. Like entrees, breakfast. I think we could definitely do a lot more breakfast stuff.
I love breakfast.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like I never used to be a breakfast person until this past summer, and I like had my first hard-boiled egg this summer, and I was just like, you can do so much with an egg and like bread or something. So I think I'm definitely gonna try to do some more breakfast stuff.
Yes.
But
breakfast is my favorite meal of the day.
Exactly.
It's the in my opinion the trickiest in college though. Because
hard.
like the effort to like wake up earlier to go get breakfast and actually put together like a good breakfast for yourself gets harder and harder as the weeks go by.
And then the omelet line takes forever.
Yeah, and the omelet line gets
my
longer.
A shout
and
out
longer.
to the omelet lady at Warren.
Cecilia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My roommate was like, she's got just eggs one time, and someone literally took her eggs. She's like, you can't breathe here. She's like, what the heck? It's so funny.
What the heck?
Yeah.
They took her eggs?
Yeah.
Wait, like she got the eggs and put it on like the table and someone just snatched them?
No. So she went to go get like a drink, like 5 seconds, and the eggs were ready, and someone just snatched that plate up.
Oh,
Yeah,
they were ready. Like they were just made.
People don't like to wait.
Someone just made it. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't mess around with the eggs.
Wow.
Or the potatoes or the bacon or...
Bacon is so
I love the
good.
hash browns.
The hash browns are... The potatoes, they do come through with those.
Yeah, I like that.
I love
Every
potatoes.
once in a while.
Potato.
The Boise.
I'm
course.
I know.
You know me. I want more potato dishes. Definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You got it.
Yay.
You got it, babe.
All right, so my last question for you is, during your day, does your day revolve around, like, do you think about, how often do you think about, like, I need a meal? Do I need a meal
All
right
the
now?
time.
Yeah?
So my schedule is awful in terms of eating a, like, at healthy times. So that makes sense. Like, I don't have time for lunch.
What major are you?
I'm IR.
Okay.
But I'm taking 5 classes right now, so it's a little tough.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So I just don't have time for lunch.
Yeah.
So it's like I eat a huge breakfast, but yeah. So I think about food all the time, but
I do too.
especially like last semester when the account was first started up, I would think about new concoctions all the time. Like you can ask some of my friends from running club. Like I'd be on a run, and they'd be with me, and they'd be like, "How are you?" And I was like, "You know, it'd be really good." Like stuff like that. Just like
That sounds
I'm thinking
really
about
good
it
right
all
now.
the time. Yeah. But oh my gosh, you
That's
have the account
awesome.
right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Nice.
account right now. Just 'cause
That's I love that something that you're passionate about can be something that you feel like you're doing for others and you can incorporate others in, but also it's just like it sounds like just part of your daily life now.
And it's super casual. It's not like stressful or anything. Like sometimes it's stressful to like plan events that like Buffy is doing, like our first journal meeting, stuff like that. But like food shouldn't be stressful, you know. Like a lot of people stress out about like, oh, am I eating too much, or like I don't have time to eat, so like then it gets unhealthy, you know.
When am I gonna eat? Yeah. Stuff like
exactly. Like I don't want it to be unhealthy for anyone. I just want it to be fun, like pleasing to the eye, like when you look at the concoctions and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but most importantly, I want it to like unite people, especially we're trying to like dedicate more time to community service with food related organizations, like
awesome.
food banks, stuff like that. We're working on that for this semester and next semester. But yeah, that's the main thing.
All right, and last thing, give yourself a shameless plug. What's the Instagram page? What do people need to go follow?
Okay.
Do they need to go follow you personally? Like, give it all right now.
So let's see. Instagram page is bu.food.engineers. We have some cool new logos this year designed by our head of social media, Gabby Rowland, and our head of design, Doug Dara. Yeah, Doug Dara. He is working on some like promotional posters and stuff like that. Our our email's on there, so if you want to contact us for any ideas, definitely if you want to get involved with like making concoctions with us in the dining hall, definitely email us or DM us on Instagram. We love to get feedback, and like we want to have more feature Fridays and more just like fun ideas.
Oh yeah, you guys were in Teen Vogue. That's so dope.
Yes, we were in Teen Vogue last year. That was pretty
Wait.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, oh, okay.
We can't just. Okay, wait, no. This is gonna be a longer one.
Check out
we can't just like
yeah,
subtly
this
say that at
article.
the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
straight
we
up
were-
in Teen
meet the
Vogue.
Boston University freshmen revitalizing their dining hall.
Straight up in Teen Vogue.
Yeah.
We were in Teen Vogue
Did
last
you-
May. Yes.
So, when did they? Okay, but now I'm super curious.
We're talking to a celebrity. Oh, God.
Did Teen Vogue contact you before that?
It was so Spoon University contacted us.
Okay.
Someone at BU
Mhm.
wrote an article about us. Great article. Also Sonia's article for her campus was
Oh my God.
amazing. It was very cute. Okay, so Spoon University contacted us. We interviewed with them, take our pictures, and then somehow Teen Vogue was connected with them, and they reposted it, I guess.
Wow.
Something like that, yeah. And they like contacted us, and we were like, "Hey, we did this, and you're in Teen Vogue." So it's like, "Oh, okay."
So you got an email from Teen Vogue that was like, "Hey."
Kind of. It was kind of like more of like just like a notification on
That's
like
so
Instagram,
cool.
and then we saw it, and we were like, "Whoa!"
Oh.
Actually, my mom
Cool.
saw it before I did. She's like, "Oh my God, you made Teen Vogue!" I was like, "What?" I was
That's
on the
super
couch like, "What?"
cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, I can speak for all of us when we say that like we wish you the absolute best. You have
Yeah.
all
Oh,
of
yeah.
our support. We think it's incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Um,
making your like creations in the dining hall.
Definitely come to our first meeting for a fun surprise.
Oh, okay.
Food, yeah.
This
Food.
food.
I would guess so.
Food, activity, and information on future events. So
Perfect.
get hype.
Yes, sounds great.
And when is it? Tell us one last time.
October 30th, Tuesday, from at 7 p.m. And the Rise
The
place,
basement
the
of
basement of Bay State
Yeah.
Dining Hall. So be there, be square.
Love
Yeah.
it. Well, thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for
Really
having me. This is
appreciate
really
you.
fun.
All right. And all right, everybody, thanks for listening. We will talk to you guys next time. Bye. Ooh, that was a little kind of an opening. Wow, okay.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments or questions, or if you just want to, follow me on any social media, I'm always there. My Insta is at jul.barry, and my Twitter is at julbarryy. Always feel free to hit me up on social media, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode. It was awesome just, being able to debrief at the end of the day and talk a little and share some thoughts with you all. So if you ever want to reach out again with your thoughts, feel free to message me via Instagram or Twitter. My handles for both of those social media platforms is at GENEVELAU, and I'll look forward to talking to you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's podcast. It means a lot to all three of us. My Instagram handle is at Jacob Wittenberg, and my Twitter handle is at the Jake Brewer. Hit me up, any questions, comments, let's chat, and we'll see you guys next time on College Got Me Like.